Hey guys, how's it going? Wooksy here, and today I'm going to be showing you my Shockadin guide. This guide will be covering pretty much all the gear and what you need to get going on a Shockadin. Now, my gear will be a little bit different than your guys's. Um, However, there are still some good variations that I will show you later in the video that will get you to close to where I'm at right now. Now this build's a lot of fun because it's really unique, unlike the other paladin build which is just hammers. This one is based on your shock skills. So it's based on Lightning Fury and it's based on Holy Shock. So basically what you're trying to do with this build is get as much attack speed as possible, so that way you're proccing the Lightning Fury and doing chain lightnings all over the map. So it's a lot of fun, it's really fast for farming. Um, Most of the gear offers speed on it, so as long as you're getting the speed relics, then your movement speed is going to be extremely fast so you can keep up in groups. And the damage is really high as well. My damage right now with using treasure hunter boots is almost 400,000 lightning damage, which that's very strong for having a 7.4 attack speed. So there's a lot you can do with this build. I'm sure I'd be able to push this build into the higher wormholes fairly easy with a little bit of modifications. But for farming, which I'm going to show you today, it's just going to be basically stacking doll runes and going crazy with attack speed. So with that said, let's get started. Alright, so going over the items, now as you can see here, I do not use the Zeus set. The Zeus set is a really good alternative, but it doesn't give you the attack speed and everything that you're really wanting for your build. Also, this itemization provides a lot more HP, and personally I just like it a lot better. So with that said, let's get into it. So for the helmet, we're going to use a Thunder Glory. I like this helmet because it gives APS, it gives lightning damage percent, it gives tons of attack speed, it gives CDR, max HP, dodge. It's just amazing. It's an amazing item, so definitely can't beat that one. For the amulet, we're going to use a Storm Pendant. It's kind of best in slot. You kind of can't get away with any other amulet unless you're using a Damien Soulstone. Um, but it's really hard to scale with that. This one's really good because it gives you attack speed, stamina, movement speed, again, more lightning damage, tons of attack speed, max HP, dodge. So you're getting a lot of dodge from these items, as you can tell, and it also gives you 17 points into Lightning Fury, which is awesome. The sword, we're going to be using Azurath. Uh, Basically best in slot, can't beat it. It gets Lightning Fury points, speed, tons of lightning damage, lightning percent damage, tons of attack speed. The mana per hit isn't really useful because we don't really use our skills too much. Um, and then I'll show you the shield first before I go into the Storm Katana alternative. Now, the shield I use is the Thunderlord's Aegis. Um, there's another version which I believe is the Thunder Gladiator something, I don't know the name. But this one's better. This one gives a lot more lightning damage. It also gives all talents. It gives damage reduction, movement speed, armor percent. No, that comes from my runes, sorry. Um, Energy, stamina, gives decent armor, decent block. So it's not a bad shield to use. You could also use Odin's shield as well. It's a good alternative, but this one's just slightly better, so I like to use it. Now for the alternative, for the actual weapon itself, you can use Storm Katana. It's extremely fast. It's just not as fast as the Azurath, and this one's really good too because it gives you life per hit. It's kind of hard for us to get life per hit in our gear anywhere else, as you can tell. None of our other items give life per hit, so uh, it's really important to get that somewhere. So having the Storm Katana while starting early on is really good. But if you're going to use the Azurath and Shield combo, you definitely need to get the Charmed Blood Relic. That one gives 2% life leech, so it is absolutely needed. It's best in slot, you must use it. Now for the gloves, I use the Odin's Battle Gauntlet, or Odin's Battle Gloves, mainly because it gives a ton of attack speed, gives tons of armor, uh, tons of lightning damage, lightning percent, energy percent, which we don't really use too much. Stamina, max mana, again, we're not really too concerned with mana since we're not really casting too much in our build. Now for the chest, we use Genji's Battle Armor. This one's super good because it gives us strength, speed, tons of lightning damage, tons of percent lightning damage. It doesn't give any attack speed, but it does give max health, all stats, tons of dodge. So as you can tell, we're getting tons of dodge here. We get Shield Slam and Mending Aura. Doesn't really do a lot for us because again, we're not really basing any of our skills around that. For the boots, I'm just using Treasure Hunter boots. I like it because it has stamina percent. It has 4 sockets, so I could put 4 Daw runes in, and then it gives me some Magic Find, which isn't really useful, but it's decent to have. For the charm, we're using the Aztec coin. Basically best in slot right now until a certain new charm comes out from the Shadow Realm that I can't really disclose on right now, but that will beat this one eventually. But for now, you do have the Aztec coin. It's really good because it does give percentage lightning damage and it gives flat lightning damage. And then it does have the 2 sockets on it, so you can put the 2 Daw runes in, and then it has the all talents, which is great. Now, covering the talents, pretty straightforward. We're going to be putting 24 or 25 points into Lightning Fury. That's the bulk of the damage on this build. That's where most of our damage comes from on this build. The second one we're putting into Holy Shock Aura, just because it's nice to have. It's free damage, and that's basically all we're basing our damage on is just lightning shocks and everything else. So it definitely plays a part in the build. The last 25 pointer is Righteous Fury, just because if you do get a proc while you hit a really big chain lightning, it's gonna one-shot the screen. It's really good. And the healing from it definitely helps if you don't have Charmed Blood Relic. It will give you a little bit health return back. The last 20 points I put into Steel Shields. It's kind of up to you if you want to do this or not, because it's either Steel Shields or you can use Divine Shield, but Divine Shields barely shields anything. However, the Steel Shields actually does just a little bit of damage, so it's nice to have, and that's the one I personally prefer to go. You could also put 20 points into Holy Nova, and that would probably give you probably a 400-500,000 AoE in healing Holy Nova, so that's not a bad choice either. Now, as far as runes are concerned in this build, you're just using Dao runes, as you can tell in my setup. Now, the only time I'm using 3 different runes is in the shield is the EFOL runes, or whatever they're called, EFOL. That's the one that provides the 6% armor per rune. I just like that because I like having a lot of armor in my build so I don't get randomly one-shot. But other than that, this is by far the best setup I could get. I've tested this on local and I was able to push Wormhole 100 fairly easily, so it's definitely viable for pretty much any type of content you want to do in this game. I personally like it a lot, especially on the mobile version, because it auto attacks, and that's all you're doing on this build is you're just auto attacking for your damage, and that's all it does on the mobile, so you can just run around and pick up free loot. It's a really straightforward, simple build. There's not much more to go into about that. It's just auto attacking to proc your Storm Fury or your Lightning Fury. The Lightning Fury then basically one-shots the screen, as you've seen in the video that I showed earlier. Uh, Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the build, and please follow me and subscribe on YouTube if you like the video, and follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/WuxieGaming. And I appreciate everything you guys do, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time.